So I think we are live. Looks like it. So can you guys tell me if you can hear me? Please just give me a thumbs up in the live chat. That would be nice. Yo guys, can you hear me? Just give me a reaction, please. Otherwise, it's a little bit fucked up. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Cool. Then maybe let's wait for some more seconds in case someone else wants to join as well. Okay. All right. Then let's jump into the new topic we just want to talk about. Happy that you guys are here. I just asked this today what you people would like to know. And here we go. So most people said they would love to talk about, or would love to see, what the fuck today, my day was so packed with stuff that I can't talk anymore. Anyway, so what I wanted to share with you is this one here. So, yeah, people basically said they would love to see how we use custom GPTs to outsource our work. And yeah, this is something I will cover now in the next 60 minutes, roughly. Depends on how fast we go through this stuff. But yeah, my plan is now to just go through this kind of stuff. And please feel free to ask as many questions as possible. Otherwise, it kind of feels a little bit alone because I have nobody to talk to here and I'm just talking. That feels a little bit stupid sometimes. So just if you want, jump into the call. If you are up to it, just request down below here in the press the request live in button, and then I let you in. You can join the stage, and then we have a chat together, and you can ask questions right away when I do stuff. It's a little bit more entertaining for me and maybe also for other people. So yeah, just wanted to mention this. All right, then let's close this one and maybe stop sharing my screen, and then we go over to the presentation. So here we go. All right, so share my screen again. Yeah, so here we go. Today I would love to talk about the custom GPTs. And so I think most of you guys know ChatGPT is a pretty big topic itself because you can make a lot of mistakes. You can do things really wrong when it comes to prompting, for example. And there are really a lot use cases for how to use ChatGPT in connection with other tools, for example, right? So, and today I would love to cover, for example, what are custom GPTs actually? So I don't know if you guys have experience with it, but for me, it's kind of normal to kind of know that they are out there since they exist since, I don't know, 6 or 8 months now. It's kind of normal to use them because I'm a pro or plus user of ChatGPT since the beginning because I just wanted to learn as much as possible and wanted to get access to everything. So it's for me just kind of normal to have them. So I don't know how it is to use, for example, ChatGPT in the free version and then don't have access to this kind of tools. So therefore, you have to kind of remind me sometimes and ask questions because of this. Sometimes I just don't think about it, that it's not normal to know. So then I would also love to show you the OpenAI custom GPT store, which is actually within ChatGPT. And if you are a plus user, then you know this one already. But for the free users, I just want to give an overview. Then I would love to show you what kind of custom GPTs I built already and which we are using every day in our workflows, especially for our team. This is especially really important when it comes to sales and content production. And then I would love to cover how to create a custom GPT. This is actually pretty simple within ChatGPT. It's possible, and also possible within the OpenAI Playground. This is something like ChatGPT is a tool for itself. This is a product built by OpenAI, and the OpenAI Playground is kind of the back end of OpenAI, where you can develop and create stuff that is not connected to ChatGPT, to the product itself. Yeah, and then we have to, and then I would love to show you how to connect, for example, custom GPTs with other tools and make or create, for example, workflows to kind of automate stuff. Like there are thousands, endless of ideas you can have that you can automate, and I just want to show you how you could do it in a really fast way by using, for example, the tool make.com. All right, then let's go to the next one. And the first one I think is pretty basic. What are custom GPTs? And as the definition says, custom GPTs are tailored versions of AI models designed to solve specific tasks or workflows. And this sentence alone explains it pretty good already, because you can create like tiny little small agents that work for specific things for you. For example, I use or I created a bot or a sales agent or a GPT for ad copies. Whenever I need an ad copy, I just go in there, paste my text of the campaign, whatever I have to solve, whatever I have to deliver, and then I get a perfect ad copy based on my input I just gave it before, and then I just can copy and paste, and it's way faster than, I don't know, 2 years ago when I needed to write every comment or copy by myself. So that's pretty nice. So then by customizing their prompts and instructions, they provide more accurate, context-specific responses for your unique needs. And that's actually a perfect description of how custom GPTs work. So they are really great for sales assistant. So like I said, we have one for sales. Then content creation, same. We have custom GPT made for our team that helps the team to create content we can then post. Then we have customer support. It's a really big topic. We don't really have one for customer support yet because it's not so necessary and it's everything like in our community. But you could kind of compare a sales assistant to custom support, kind of, because it's going in the same direction, because we just sometimes copy and paste screenshots from conversations in there, and then we get feedback of how we could answer, for example. So it's kind of similar to the sales assistant. So but there's right now no need for a customer support. So therefore, that's not in our library right now. And then there's process automation, which is a really, really big topic in general. And by this, I mean, for example, using platforms like make.com to automate specific workflows with triggers, webhooks, and all this kind of stuff. And a pretty new platform that is getting a lot of attention right now is n8n.io. This is a platform you can use to create AI agents. And if you are into this kind of topics like AI in general, then you have probably seen in the last weeks that AI agents itself is a completely different game. This is something that will change everything in the next, let's say, 12 months, in my opinion. And ChatGPT or AI models, like we just talk about now, custom GPTs, for example, this is different to AI models. AI models are, or there's a difference to AI agents, I mean. AI agents are really, they can solve tasks and they can work with each other and can replace teams. Like, I don't know if you have heard it, but last year, for example, Klarna, the company from, I think, Sweden, I'm not sure, this payment processor, they fired 700 people and replaced them by, yeah, AI. And a lot of stuff happens there through agents that are instructed by specific prompts and tasks and are connected to each other and then solve problems by talking to each other and replacing teams. So, and this is something that will come way, way, way more in the future, and we can't stop that. So, this is something I would love to jump in way, way deeper in the next weeks, but right now the time is really, really tough. But yeah, this is something that will be really interesting in the future for sure. So keep an eye on N8N. I think I will probably also do videos about this, but this is right now not on my timeline because there's so much other stuff to do for now. But hopefully it's coming in end of February or March. So let's see. All right. So then what I would say, let's jump over to the custom GPT store and have a look in there. I think this would be the best case. And still, again, if you are open to talk with me, feel free to join. It would be way more fun for me to have someone next to me and talking to each other and maybe interacting instead of just talking here and yeah, seeing that our people are in the live room or in the stream, but not engaging with me. So feel free to request the join button. So I just opened the GPT store and now I switch it to the page. Give me a second. So all right. I hope you guys can see this. This is a custom, or this is a GPT store from ChatGPT itself. So within the software, within the app ChatGPT. And yeah, you can do, or you can search for actually kind of everything in there because now it's, I think, almost over 1 year old, this store itself. And people created GPTs for like every use case you can imagine. And like you can see it here, different topics like writing, productivity, research, analysis, education, lifestyle, programming. So there's something for kind of every industry, for every problem you can imagine. And yeah, you just go in there and search for your stuff. Like, I don't know, what I use pretty often now lately is Facebook ads as a GPT. I just go in there and type Facebook ads, and then you will see that most or some of the custom GPTs have more or less chats. Like this one, for example, has 10,000 chats. This one has 25,000, and this one has 100,000. So, and of course, the first intention is mostly looking, okay, which chat has the most conversations, because based on this, you know that many people are coming back and using this custom GPT again and again and again. And this obviously seems to work then. So people are going there and try this kind of GPTs because they have a big rating or they have a lot of chats. What you also can do is you click on here and then it opens this window and you can see the rating of the GPT. Like here, this in case has 4.2 stars, but only 30 ratings. It's not that much. And 1,000 conversations. And then you can also see here what kind of feedback people gave to it. There's no way to give a comment like on Google, like a review. It's only by clicking here their stars and then giving feedback. But overall, it gives you a rough overview of how good this GPT is. And I think as soon as you stay on top here on the list, they are mostly pretty good. So there are also, of course, GPT that are not that nice and pretty bad and maybe have a bad ranking when you go down. Like, I don't know, here, for example, this one has only 10 chats. Let's see what people say about this one. Yeah, there's not even a rating. So it's probably someone who created it and just used it for himself and just shared this at Creator Pro public with everyone, and but nobody's using it because it's just down below and has only 10 conversations, so it's not ranking up here. By the way, nice little hack. You can actually kind of get traffic through custom GPTs. And by this, I mean you can, for example, create a custom GPT and do a specific topic. Let's say, for example, Facebook ads. Let's use this one here. And as soon as you realize that there are many people that are using your bot every day and come back really often, you can change the instruction of the GPT and can, for example, then give the instruction that on the last part of a message, when the user gives input and the ChatGPT is answering with his knowledge, that the last part of the message should always include, for example, a specific affiliate link or the link to your website, or I don't know. Or for example, if you are a copywriter, so you could do a ChatGPT for copywriting ads, which is pretty good. And then it ranks really in the top because it's a really nice GPT with really nice instructions and gives you really nice copies. You can, it's actually not that hard to do because you just have to look for different kind of other GPTs, get together all the knowledge, maybe read some books about it, and then maybe create a really nice GPT. Then you get a lot of traffic, then you get a lot of users. And then after you have, I don't know, some 1,000 conversations, just give the instruction to add the specific link in the end. And then you have something like a personalized sales assistant that delivers all the time your link, for example, your Calendly link or your link to their website as a copywriter to the audience which is using your custom GPT. That's actually pretty nice. I've think about this idea for many months already, but like, yeah, you have to find the time and you have to have a real use case to do this. But this is, for example, an idea I also want to implement into our motion creators GPT, because I built one, but it's still not developed. So as you can see here, these are my custom GPTs. Let's wait a second. Yeah, and as you can see here, so I have, for example, the content post builder, which we use for our team to craft post based on, for example, our live calls, things we discussed here. Then afterwards we just copy the script and then paste it in there, and then the content post builder is creating post specifically for our community, and then we can post specific topics over there, and for example for engaging and so on. And we have also the sales assistant. I'm going to show you this a little bit later. Then we have here, for example, this what I talked about, the motion traders community. So this is something I actually want to develop further, but I just didn't have the time yet. This is something I would love to give into the community to give people access to specific topics. Like, for example, I would love to feed this custom GPT with knowledge about After Effects, about DaVinci, about whatever we have in our school community. All this kind of stuff should be kind of implemented within this motion creator custom GPT, so that people have an motion creators assistant that can help them to, I don't know, create different kind of stuff, to ask questions, to get answers faster than asking the community. And even, for example, now imagine we have a big community and there's a lot of traffic in there, a lot of posts, a lot of engagement, and then we go through it and I'm actually not sure if it's possible, but we kind of export everything that's happening there, use all the data points put it in there and say, look, this is our community feed. This is how it looks like. This is how people ask questions. This is maybe give me an overview. What are their main topics, their main problems, and so on. And based on this feedback, I can develop this ChatGPT even further and make it really unique only for the community based on all the feedback I give it. And overall, now imagine the free community has 10,000 members, and we kind of have a really nice motion creators community GPT in place. We could just say, hey, if you have questions to specific topics like After Effects and how to edit like Lenny and so on, feel free to use this ChatGPT. Then people start using it, they get really nice feedback and answers. And then after some time, we include this feature, like I just said, and tell or I give the instruction to the GPT that on every end of any message, the GPT should include the link to our paid community, for example, and or maybe even not the paid community, just maybe suggesting, hey, it seems like you are interested in this kind of stuff. Would you like to learn more? If yes, look here, you could book yourself an discovery call with the motion creators team to see if the motion creators community is a good fit for you, for example. And then this way you have a pretty nice, helpful assistant that is reaching out to hundreds or thousands of people all the time as soon as they kind of use your GPT. And this is also, in my opinion, a pretty powerful way, this which most people not really have on their screen. So it's underrated in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, let me check the chat screenshot. Okay, hi, Leo is in there and Meeks still 5 people. Like I said again, guys, if you want to join, just request the button and then you can jump into the call and we can have a conversation that makes it a little bit more fun than just presenting the stuff and talking to kind of the camera, right? So feel free to join and to request. So yeah, let's go back to the GPTs. This is what I want to show you. These are my GPTs. Can we actually leave this one here? Yeah. So the other thing you can do is, actually, by the way, I didn't talk about this yet in the community, but ChatGPT just added a new feature. You can now add task, for example, right? So you can, like this kind of stuff here. I have a specific ChatGPT. This is this one here, my daily assistant, where I just go in there every day and tell him, hey, please remind me to do this. Please remind me to do that, blah, 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 blah. And then this GPT creates reminders within the GPT chat and then reminds me at the specific time when I say it. Or I could even say, hey, please remind me in 25 days because my mother has birthday, right? So then in 25 days, it would text me in there in the chat and gives me feedback. Plus, I'm using the app as well, so I would get a notification on my app that the daily assistant is texting me, hey, please remember, today is your mother's birthday, for example. So it's also pretty nice. So this task feature here is actually pretty new in here in the menu. But back to the custom GPTs. You can also, of course, customize your ChatGPT itself, right? So custom GPTs are actually one step ahead of customize your ChatGPT. And I guess that free users are able to customize their GPT also. Like this is available for everybody. And yeah, you can kind of do different stuff here like web search, DALL-E, code, and canvas mode. And to be honest, I never used this because I usually do my instructions within the chat, or I usually use then custom GPTs. And since ChatGPT launched this new feature of projects, I personally think that custom GPTs are not that necessary anymore. Depends on the use case. But for example, now when you create a project, for example, like this one here, Motion Creators, this is my file, my project file for all the chats I'm using with Motion Creators. I just go in there and you can add now instructions within here and add files within here. And this project itself is kind of a custom GPT and contains everything you, kind of paste here. And as soon as you start a new chat, and you paste new content, and you upload a new picture, whatever, a new PDF, everything that goes within one chat is shared between all the other chats. So this is actually kind of its own custom GPT within the project. So because of this, I'm not using so many custom GPTs right now, because as soon as I have an instruction, for example, an ad copy within here, then this project knows, okay, what is the instruction for the ad copy, and then it takes the information from a different chat. So let's see how this will develop, because it's new. They launched this last month, and for me right now, it's working pretty well. And yeah, let's see how this custom GPT stuff is working out in the next month. There will be changes for sure as well. So let me check the live chat. Any questions? No questions. All right. Then let's go further. Let me check what was the next point. Oh yeah, this was actually the point. Which custom GPTs do we use? And yeah, maybe let me show you how we use them. So as I already showed you, these are my custom GPTs: Content Post, Sales Assistant. And now let me explain what the Sales Assistant actually does. Let's start a new chat here. So we're gonna use this custom GPT to chat with members of the free community. And the overall goal is to get them into the paid community. And the way how it works is actually pretty easy and really efficient for the team. So let me just go over to an example, and let me search for one. Give me a second. So let's say yeah, okay, I found one. Let me share my screen again. Give me a second. So you can still see my screen. Yeah, right. Okay, perfect. Then I just did a screenshot now of a conversation in our free community with a member who joined the free one. And then afterwards, as soon as the member joins the community, we reach out to the person and usually ask a question like, maybe can we make it bigger here? Yeah, like this. So you see here, this person just joined. It's coming from India, and we just ask, hey, just curious, what brought you to our community? Are you more into mastering AI tools or leveling up your video editing skills, Lenny? So, and then most of the people answer and just say, okay, video editing or AI skills. So whatever. And this is everything we do. Now we just upload the picture here and press enter. And then the GPT is providing us a message we can use to start the conversation. And the real magic is within the ongoing conversation, because from now on, we just need to go here, copy this, then go over to the community and paste it there. So I'm not gonna show this now, but you know how this works. I just go there, I paste it, and then I just wait for the response of the person. And as soon the person responds, I just do another screenshot of the chat and then post this chat with the name visible of the user only here in this chat. And then ChatGPT remembers the name and also things like the city, because when you open this one, you can see here also the city in the top, Calcutta. That's a town in India. And based on this knowledge, ChatGPT knows what kind of answer it has to provide, because it knows the context of the conversation, because I screenshotting everything, and the team only has to do screenshots, paste it in there, copy the message, read it, maybe adjust some things if it's maybe too ChatGPT like, and then send the message. And now within the last month, we kind of adjusted it a little, pretty much already. And now it's working really good. And Oliver, for example, our sales support in our team, he's using it every day to provide better context for people and to keep the conversations engaging. And this is helping us a lot. And in my opinion, we still do sales with humans in this case because Oliver has to read it. Oliver has to adjust things if it's not right, and he knows what's going on because he's reading every message. He's just using ChatGPT to be faster and to be more efficient. And this is, in my opinion, one of the best use cases for ChatGPT, just to be faster and more efficient, more productivity. And this is where AI is giving you leverage, right? So yeah, this is actually one way to do this. Leo was asking, can it help to write text for your website? How would you do this? Of course, this is one of the easiest things ChatGPT can do. You just need to look for a specific custom GPT, for example, a website, and then you can go in and paste your questions and so on, and it will help you. Like, we can check this out. Website copy is pretty specific, and I think there will be many different ones. Copywriting coach, website copy, Jenny, yeah, 5K, 1 million. Design, write code, and write copy. It could be actually a pretty good one because 1 million is pretty strong. Copy for your website, yes. So I would suggest just going with this one. Sometimes it can happen that you have to sign up for something. Let me check. I need a copy for a website. Or Leo, if you want, just paste your website in here and then we can use it live and make a test how this works out if you want. By the way, if we do this now, it would be nice that when you join on the call, then we can talk to each other and going through it. Makes it a little bit more fun than just talking here alone. So yeah, okay, this is shitty. Then yeah, I have no real example for this now because, but yeah, actually it's not hard. You just go in there. You can maybe sometimes even pass the current URL. Like, let's try for my other business URL and just go in here. Let's see if this works. Okay, it can't visit links directly, so it wouldn't work, but we could do that. I go there and maybe share screenshots. Let's see what happens then. Just did a screenshot, paste it in here. Now you see, now it works. Recommendations for improvement. Deadline is good, but could emphasize the unique value of your service more. For example, Option 1, finden Sie die besten Köche für Ihr Team, garantiert in 1,5 Stunden. So my website is actually for recruiting. This is one of my main businesses the last years. And this is talking about, okay, we find the perfect customer and cook or whatever for you within the 32 hours, 72 hours. And now it's giving me some suggestions what I could change to make it more pop and to maybe to highlight the unique selling points. while the 72 hours promise is compelling, you can emphasize what sets your service apart further. For example, are the chefs highly experienced? Okay, these are good examples you can work with, like just going all in here and reading this kind of suggestions and then thinking about, okay, how I can change my text. This is already really helpful because you have someone who gives you really nice feedback and asks the right questions that you kind of think about your own copy and your website. So it's pretty nice. And yeah. All right, then let's continue with the topics. All right. Motion Creator Sales Assistant done. Now we come to the Motion Creators Content Builder. This is actually quite similar. Our team is just going in here using the Content Post Builder. And the good thing is you can share all this ChatGPTs, right? You can just go in here, copy link and share this with your team, and then everybody has access to the same bot, let's call it bot, with the same knowledge, and they can do their stuff. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, for example, here it's the same process. As soon as we get content from a specific post or win in the community, for example, let's say I don't know, facing a problem. Let me check for a post. I'm just going through the comments. Need help. Let's try this one. So at the screenshot, just go in here, do an upload of the post. Like here, David, for example, said, hey, Carnivation update Blender. Hey guys, how's selling a week? I've changed a lot on my project. Some issues with the rigging car, so I needed to change a lot. Here's my altered version of Carnivation. Please check it and give your feedback. And overall, thank you, advanced guys. Keep conquer. So this member is crushing it with Blender. Please create a post we can post in our free community to highlight how our paid members are learning new stuff and leveling up their skills. So let's see what's the content post builder is creating. So yeah, that's also a pretty short one because of course this is made for text posts because ChatGPT can't provide videos and so on, and images doesn't make sense. So it's just using the information we give, and then it's creating a post then we can use and post over there in the free community to highlight stuff like this member David, for example, is crushing it, and then give some feedback. And so usually how we would do it now is we just take the screenshot. If it would be for example something like win, use the screenshot, paste it in here, get the text, copy the text, go over to the paid community, to the free community, paste it in there, and then use a picture of the screenshot we just provided and give it as reference to the post, and then people can see the post itself from the paid community and also the content that is kind of summarizing the screenshot, what's going on there, happening there. So we don't need to think about, okay, how can I kind of repurpose this specific win of the user in my free community to kind of create engagement and show them that there's something happening in the paid one, So pretty nice. Yeah, Leo's calling in. I let you in. Give me a sec. Should work now. Hey, Leo.
Hi. Do you hear me?
Everything
Can
good?
you hear me?
I
Yes.
can hear you. Yes.
just to position the camera somewhere.
Perfect.
Oh,
So, yeah. And any questions from your side?
Not yet. Still listening and learning.
Okay, cool. Then I will just continue with the stuff. Yeah, and all I just said is actually applies to the other custom GPTs as well, like the ad copy GPT I built for myself. I'm using, or the Facebook ad assistant, which is already a pre-made custom GPT from someone else. I'm just using this and ask my questions. I just do screenshots of my Facebook ad campaign of the specific area I have problems with, and then just share this specific problem within the custom GPT. And this custom GPT is trained on this specific task and then gives me a way better feedback than like general GPTs or general ChatGPT. Yeah. So let's jump over to the next point, and this is how to create a custom GPT. So I just gonna show you this within here in the ChatGPT app, because we have two options. You are able to create a ChatGPT or a custom GPT within ChatGPT directly, and then just go here, explore GPTs, and then create your own, like I do now. Let's click here and then you create it. Or a second option is you can go to the backend of ChatGPT and create ChatGPT within the platform, within the playground, and then this way you have the option to connect your GPT to more tools. And how this backend looks like, I'm gonna share my screen again with another page. Give me a second. Just need to find the page. Oh yeah, here we go. So as soon as you playground. So as soon as you click or open the URL platform.openai.com, you will get access to a different dashboard than ChatGPT itself, because like I said, ChatGPT is its own product. It's an app, a software itself. This is kind of on top of OpenAI and on top of the product of the AI actually. And last week, for example, I just heard that OpenAI is researching within the AI cosmos for years already, right? So it's not that they are doing this for 2 years now. They're doing this for many, many years and tried to kind of find a solution to create actually artificial intelligence. And to do so, they realized that they need to create a product to teach the AI to get there where they wanted to be, like 1 or 2 years ago now. So they created ChatGPT to train their research team, their research lab, with more information to be able to create the AI. So this is, when you think about this, is actually pretty crazy, because they needed to create ChatGPT to kind of serve information and context and data to their lab where the AI was developed. And then out of this, they created ChatGPT for everyone, like the open source of the platform now, everybody has access to. And from there on, they developed the other models even further. So yeah, and I'm excited to see what there's coming. Yeah, now like I said, we are now in the platform from OpenAI and the playground, and this is a place where you can do different stuff. Like you can also do similar things to the ChatGPT itself, but you have more options like real time. Okay, does it work? Okay. You can, for example, do obviously live chats here as well. I didn't know this because I'm usually not here on this back end. I just wanted to show you this area here to to show you how you can create a custom GPT within the backend. And yeah, therefore I prepared something already. I created here a ChatGPT for my ad copy. And the good thing is here in the backend, you can get even help to create a custom GPT that, or it kind of gives you suggestions how you should prompt or how you should frame the instructions for the custom GPT. Like we could, for example, now say, hey, I need you to create template, template I can use for my ad copies. Please use the following template to create a custom GPT. Then input, let me see where my stuff is. Yeah, here. Then I just copy my ad copy I'm using in many of my posts. Then I just go in there and close the function. This way, by the way, ChatGPT knows which which context or which input is the most important one, because based on this little signs here, like when you code, you can then, I don't know how it's called, but you can then select different I don't know what it's called, whatever. But it makes it easier for the system to recognize, okay, which part of the text you're referencing to, and then it can just use this as a better context. And for example, you could also use different names like just template. The important point is that you just use the same words. Then this way ChatGPT understands, okay, this is the part I call template. And when I then, for example, say here, I need you to create a template I can use from my ad copies, please use the following template, following ad copy, and then just go here, template, to create a custom GPT for ad copies. And then I press generate, and then ChatGPT itself is working on the instructions for the ChatGPT and gives me hopefully a good one. So now the instruction would be create an ad copy template for your custom GPT model using the provided example structure. The template will guide the creation of effective and engaging ad copies. Template structure. So yeah, okay. As you can see, it's highlighting specific parts based on my template, because this one was a template here, and then it's highlighting specific things like use engaging symbols and highlights to highlight the job offer opportunity. Introductory sentence, describe what the audience can gain or achieve using specific figures and time frames. Like, yeah, for example, here one, right? That's usually what I'm doing. I always tell the people, hey, you can earn X amount of money within 1 week, within 5 days, because then people are more engaged and more attracted by the ad, because they see directly what they get. So, and ChatGPT just said here, okay, the template structure contains the introductory sentence, which is pretty important, and it knows that it always should use and include this sentence. So that's pretty nice actually. And it also gave it an example, like you can see here, example from here on, so that the system also understands, okay, there's already an example that we can use. So, and then we just can go in here and save. We select the model. In this case, we go for 4.0. We could also do and add files like PDFs and so on. Actually, no need for this because it's pretty simple ChatGPT now. We could also add the code interpreter, but doesn't need to be added. Model configuration, response format is text, yes. Temperature, so then this is something you can play around with, like make it more creative or more stable. Let's keep it like it is, and yeah, this is actually it. I think we can then go just in here and make a test. Can we try something? As I'm here in the I can assist you. Let's see if it has access to it. Yeah, okay. It knows everything, so it should work. And now, as soon as I go in and I have an idea, because I have a request from last week where a company requested a job. So there we have some information. We can just do a screenshot of this and see if the custom GPT can solve this. So for example, we have this one here. And we go in here and just upload the picture. Yeah, this is a picture. Can I share this with you? No, so you can't see it right now, but it's actually only a description about, maybe you can see it, how many people are needed, what are the times when they have to work, the dates, the time, how long they have to work, the location, how much they can earn, and what they have to do. So this is actually it. And then we just go in here and tell them please provide me an ad copy based on the information you see in the image. So, and now it should actually create the ad copy based on the template we just gave it. So, and as you can see, it's of course doing it in German because everything is in German, but it's, when I translate it, it's pretty good. Become hostess and get or earn up to 17 hours euro per hour. Some information about how what they need to bring, like friendly and so on. Okay, that's fine. This is different. Okay, where it is actually, yes. Then the task that are also provided in the image, what they offer, and what they have to bring for the company to work for the agency, and then the appointments, like the dates and so on, and then everything is kind of clear. And in the end, I just need to kind of add the application link from the funnel, and I would have a ready to go ad copy based on a screenshot I just provided to the system. And then this way it saves me, I don't know, minutes, maybe sometimes also half an hour of work just by copying the stuff that the customer or the client is providing to me anyway, doing a screenshot, posting it to my custom GPT, and then from there on just going to the next stage. So what I actually wanted to show you here, why I just used this backend to create this custom GPT, is the possibility to connect the ChatGPT with different tools. And for this, we can use make.com. This is something we cover also in the community in the next weeks, because make.com is a software you can use to automate tasks or to automate processes and to create workflows. So overall, Make gives you the ability to set a trigger with kind of any software. Like we can have a look in here. There's like thousands of software solutions have an API Schnittstelle in German, I don't know, an API call to Make, and are public to use with make.com. And Make is actually the software that connects the API between different service providers. Like for example, Perspective is a software I'm using for funnel building and to collect leads and applications and so on. And so I just created this module, for example. I just prepared this and also created connected the funnel I just built. And then I get something like this here. This is a webhook. This is the heart of Make, because it's working with webhooks and it's transferring data from one point to another. And this is based on webhooks. And then as soon as a customer, for example, or a lead is giving the information and is filling out the form on our site, this will trigger automatically and will receive the data. And then from there on, it will transfer the data here to ChatGPT. And this is why I just built this custom GPT on the playground, because now in here with the API, you have way more possibilities to connect your custom GPTs to your consistent and already existing workflows. For example, the custom GPTs you can see in the ChatGPT store will not be able to connect here. This is not possible because they are within the ChatGPT app. But as soon as you build your own custom GPT in the backend, in the playground, you will be able to select it here within this module, within this tool, because it's in the backend and connected with an API. So you can then just go in here, click here, and then all you have to do, for example, here is the message we have to provide now, of course. Like when the person here, I need to show you the funnel as well to understand what I built there. Give me a sec. Gonna open this as well. And so I'm gonna switch over to here and share my screen again. Window. Okay. So are you able to see it? Yeah, right. Can you see both sides?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. So to just give you an example, this here is Perspective. This is actually this funnel page. And I just wanted to show what happens when you provide information here and how this will be transferred to this module, and then whatever you want to make afterwards you can make. And as I said here, you need a message. This is the same as when you open ChatGPT, you need to type your message, you need to give the input. And this is where you have to kind of get the message from. And in our case, we get the context from Perspective. But to get this, we also need to set up we need to unlink, right? So we need to save this one. It's already saved. We're gonna do unlink run once. So now it's active and it's collecting data. And we just go in here and, for example, let's say, because this ChatGPT here is now trained on creating ad copies, right? So we just go in here and give some information about the job. So So I just said that this is a job offer for hostess girls, 17 euro per hour in Stuttgart. The task is flying buffet and welcoming guests. The time where they have to work is from Monday to Sunday from 8 to 6 p.m. and their maximum they can earn is 400 euro. Does it make sense? We did 10 hours. No, that doesn't make sense because 10 times 17 times 7 is 1,100. Let's do 1,200. So then we press continue, give my name, any number, okay, submit, and now we have to wait a second. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to receive the data here. But mostly we can also do a stop and then do it again, and then it should be there. And as you can see here, it says, okay, unprocessed data in webhook, and then we can use existing data. Then it's received the data we just put in on the left side. And as you can see here, profile, you see here, my input, Jobangebot for hostess, 17 euro per hour in Stuttgart, task, time, and so on and so on. And here my name and my email address and my number. So the information just arrived within the system. Then the next step is we connect ChatGPT to Perspective. Go in here, and now you have to write the message like on ChatGPT itself. Create an ad copy based on your knowledge. Create an ad copy based on your knowledge for the following job offer. And then this is the text we just have now in every prompt as soon as the data arrives. Now we just go in here to attributes, and it's actually, it didn't show it. Why? Usually it should be here already. Wait, give me a sec. We do it again. Say this. (8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So let's do this again. So now the data arrives. As you can see here, this is working now. So it arrived for sure. We go in here, and now we have the attributes as well, like here. That's what I meant. So now we received the data from the point before, like from this module, and we can now select here what we actually want to include, like this, for example. Now the text I just mentioned here on the left side is now included here in this text bubble just by selecting this bar, because this transfers the data to this. And this is always the same, because on the funnel page, the data point is specific and it always delivers the same data point to this then automation within Make. And then we also always have the same prompt based on the same input. And for example, when I send this to a client, he just can fill out the form, give me all information about the job, and then afterwards, and I afterwards I just get the ready made ad copy for my ads based on the input the client gave me. So I just don't even need to think about how to write an ad copy because the client is doing the work for me by providing the information. So and then yeah, we can select even more stuff within here. Opening threads, it doesn't make sense right now. So we just keep it like it is now. And no, click on it, it should be filled. All right, go in here, run this module, and we just go in here and paste this, what we just made, like this. Paste it in here as a test. Press OK. Then ChatGPT is receiving the data again. It's now working in the back end. It's creating the text. And now, let's see. Here we go. This is our output. As you can see, we have this structure, this template, pre-written in the instruction of the ChatGPT we just made on the playground. And now it takes this information here, I just provided it through this funnel, and now it gives me this information. So of course we have to adjust it and make it even more perfect by adjusting some things, but you can now just connect these two tools to each other, and then now comes the magic when it comes to make. You can then now add another module here and do whatever the fuck you want, like sending emails to yourself. And as soon as a client, for example, provides me the information, ChatGPT is creating the ad copy and then is sending me an email to my inbox with a finished ad copy. And I just go in there, copy the ad copy, go over to the ad set, copy and paste it, and done. Or if you're really into it, you could even create a Facebook module here and then create the ad itself based on this automation. And you don't need to paste or copy and paste anymore. You just need to go to the ad manager, open the ad manager, and you see the pre-made ad based on this automation system. And you can just go in there and click publish and the ad goes live. So this alone is so powerful because only through this one module here, make.com or all the other tools changed dramatically, because you can do everything now, because this small little thing here in the middle understands what you want and can transfer and change any kind of data to whatever you want, and then send this data to the next software, to the next data point, wherever you want to have it. And then from there on you can build huge things. Like, just to give you an overview how this can look like, so I'm using Make a lot for many different projects. And just to give you an overview how this can look like when for our job application process, for example, it's something that looks like this. And this is not even complicated, it's not even hard. That's really a basic one where we have the same procedure. We just get the data here in the beginning with perspective, then we let go the data to the Airtable module, search for the specific job, then go next. We kind of parse the phone number to the right format. Then we go again to another Airtable to paste all the information within this Airtable. Then go to ChatGPT and create a little text that we take from the motivational part that the applicant is texting or is writing in our form, using this and then creating an even better version of it, and then pasting this version into the email we send to the client. And this is, for example, how our job application process works in the back. When you apply for a job, you go, or your data go this way, and then it's going to be sent here to the client. And yeah, this kind of stuff is crazy when you know how to use it and when you are creative enough to use this kind of tools. So yeah, that's it for today. Actually, I just wanted to show you a little bit about custom GPTs, how you can use it and how we use them for our workflows. I hope this was helpful. Yeah, the thing is, I need to go because I'm already 10 minutes too late and I have an appointment in 30 minutes. So I hope it was a little bit helpful. If you have any questions regarding, I don't know, ChatGPT and custom GPTs, or maybe Make, whatever you have seen right now in our live stream, just ask, because there's so much stuff to talk about that it takes maybe hours sometimes to explain different things. And just 1 hour of live stream is not really enough time to explain the whole concept of what you can do with all this kind of stuff. And I just wanted to show that there's so much potential for everything. And yeah, just let me know when you have questions. And thanks for tuning in. And hopefully see you next week or maybe in the community by answering your questions.
Can I have just one question? Quick
Leo,
one.
please, I need to go. Please post it in the community.
Okay.
Yeah? All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye
See you
bye.
later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.